Good morning, everyone. Hey, Rory. How are you? Um, so, if you are on my emailing list, you saw that today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a class that focuses on anxiety support. Um, and I just want to talk a little bit about what we're going to do and just about anxiety in general before we get started. Um, So I say anxiety support and not really anxiety relief because um, the way that I look at it is that anxiety isn't something that you're ever really going to just eradicate or overcome or get rid of. It's just something that you can learn to kind of observe as it's happening and just be accepting of it. Kind of notice the symptoms that your body has, and just kind of sit with it and notice what's going on. And if you can learn to do that, then most times you'll probably every time you'll find that you're okay at the end. If you don't try to push it away, if you don't become overwhelmed by it, if you just kind of notice what's going on and kind of let it pass through you. So that's kind of my philosophy about anxiety. A little bit of my own background with anxiety is I used to have a pretty like moderate to severe social anxiety and performance anxiety. If anyone, for those that don't know, I also am a musician. I play the flute, and so I have a lot of experience with having to audition and perform in front of people, and it's been pretty uh, hard to overcome. And like the symptoms that I had were just like um, just very, like pretty strong physical sensations of anxiety and like my brain telling me, why are you doing this? This is like crazy. You feel such strong anxiety feelings, like this isn't good. Um, so I've had all of that as well as just like physical symptoms having to do with talking to people, and I guess like public speaking, although I haven't done a lot of that. But I actually, when I was a kid, I like fainted once when I had to do a speech. So yeah, that's kind of my background. And yeah, as I said, it's not like I've eliminated anxiety from my life. I've just kind of become able to accept it a little bit more. And yoga has really, really helped with that. Meditation has helped. And lately, one thing that's helped is just the idea that you're not your feelings, you're not your thoughts, you're not like, rather than saying I am an anxious person or I have a really, really bad anxiety or something like that, it's more like I'm I'm experiencing anxiety. Um, it's just another part of being human, that different humans have it to different degrees, but it's part of being alive. And so you could actually welcome it and say, hi, I see you, anxiety. I'm glad that you can actually be maybe even like happy that you have feelings and you're human. But all that said, this class is going to be focusing on how we can like sit with the anxiety and accept it, how we can sort of like be stronger and not become overwhelmed by it. So the yogic principles behind that are breath work can really help with that, especially breathing. There are two chakras that are especially connected with anxiety and just emotions in general. The first chakra, which is your root chakra, your kind of grounding chakra on your feet, and then the third chakra, which is your solar plexus, just this area here. It's kind of the center of personal power, self-esteem, and so, and you kind of notice like this is sort of where you feel your emotions a lot of the time, like when you talk about butterflies in your stomach, especially. So that's your third chakra. So if you can kind of balance both those chakras, then it can really help with anxiety support. So we're going to be doing breath work and poses that focus on those things, and also a little mindfulness meditation at the end, just so we can sort of learn to sit with and observe what's going on in the mind. So that's my little introduction. And as I said, this is going to hopefully be a little bit shorter class. I I have to confess, like, usually I just sort of improvise my classes, and that might be one reason why I've had a hard time cutting them back, because I kind of just go with what feels right at the time during, like, as I'm teaching. This one I've actually planned out very carefully, so hopefully it will be shorter. Good morning, Sarah, and good morning, Mia. Welcome. And yeah, let's get started. So today we're actually going to begin with breath work. We haven't done this kind of breath work in the YouTube classes. We've done it a couple times in my live classes. And I just found out the actual Sanskrit word for it is Kapalabhati breath. So hopefully you guys, the people that I see here right now, have all taken yoga classes, so you're probably familiar with it. But it's the breath where you exhale sharply through your nose, and then as you push your abdominal area in, and then just kind of let it relax, and that's how your inhale comes back in. So you're really focusing and moving this part of your body, which is your third chakra, and kind of bringing fire and heat to that area, bringing awareness to it. So why don't you sit in a comfortable seated position? You can either sit cross-legged. I'm sitting on my knees right now, just because it elevates me a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And just place your hands on your belly and inhale. And then just exhale through your nose, really forcefully pushing the breath out and drawing your belly in order to do that. So give it a try. Just do it kind of slowly right now. You can do it even slower than that. So maybe, so your inhales are a little longer than the exhales. All we're kind of trying to do is bring awareness and a little heat to this area. So again, to inhale, you're just letting your belly release and letting the air come in instead of like thinking about the inhalation. So, excuse me. So do about 10 of those and then just relax a little bit. Sorry, I have just to respond to a text. Now I'll turn my phone off. And let's do one more round. So let's just do 10 of these together. Good. Is that 10? And relax a little bit. Another benefit to this is it just sort of clears out your lungs and nasal passages and gets rid of, brings oxygen in. One more set. And release. And now let's just see if we can do 1 set of 10 just a little bit faster. And release. And you're doing it right. You'll start to notice you're actually getting a little bit of a workout here too. One more time. Good. And relax. Good. So hopefully you're all a little more just aware of this area, your third chakra. So now let's come on into a standing position, mountain pose. I'm gonna get on my mat. And big toes touching or feet hip distance apart. And really spread your toes wide. So we're activating that first chakra on your feet, grounding yourself. And you can rock from back and forth from side to side, just really feeling centered and grounded. And then just start to scan up from your feet, just checking your posture, knees slightly bent, belly in, tail down, spine long, neck long, shoulders back and down, chest open. So while you're adjusting a mountain pose, I also want to say that we're also going to be doing a lot of chest opening poses because it's just sort of counteracts with some of the physical effects of anxiety. You know, you kind of like hunch up when you're feeling anxious. Our necks, you know, your necks can get tight, your shoulders can get tight. So shoulders back and down, chest open, neck long, chin parallel to the ground or the floor. And just start to bring awareness back to your breath. Sounds like that really loud bird is back. It doesn't actually sound that loud here, but I noticed when I listened to the recording from last week, it's pretty loud. So hopefully you can still hear me. I guess he enjoys yoga too. So anyway, bring your awareness to your breath. And as always, I recommend Ujjayi breathing with sound through your nose, closing the back of your throat as if you're whispering, because this can also just be a really calming breath, and it helps us incorporate our breath with our movement. And it also should activate. So as you're exhaling, make sure you're really activating your belly area, your third chakra, as well as your second chakra, which is kind of your sacrum. Good. Next exhalation, hands down to your sides. Just really feeling that chest opening, and just start to do some shoulder rolls. Make sure you go in both directions. Good. And neck rolls. Make sure, again, both directions. Just loosening up some of that tension in your neck. Good. And we're going to go right into the sun salutations today from here. So step to the front of your mat. So this is just a way to kind of build up heat, incorporate our breath with our movement, and let's get started. So we're just going to, as I said, move with the breath. We're not going to go as slow as we usually do in sun salutations because we're really going to be focusing on building up heat. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, belly in. Drop your head. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back, plank. Holding plank just for a couple of breaths, drawing the belly in, pushing the heels away from you. Good. Exhale, draw the elbows into your ribcage, come all the way down. Inhale, shoulders away from your ears, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, press back, downward dog. And actually, we're always going to take a few breaths in downward dog, just sort of resting there. You can also rest in child's pose as an alternative, because we're getting tired. And just take a moment to check your alignment in downward dog. Make sure that your fingers are spread wide, your knuckles are pressing to the mat, shoulders away from your ears, so shoulder blades drawing together, chest open, and tailbone high, belly up. Good. Inhale, look ahead of you, and step your feet between your hands, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look ahead of you. Exhale, step back. Try to step back on with a different foot each time, holding plank just for a couple breaths. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under. And then come back downward dog. You can pedal your feet, bringing your heels towards the mat. Lengthening with each exhalation. And inhale between your hands. Step forward, leading with a different foot, the other foot. You only have two this time. Look ahead of you and exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. So really full inhalations and exhalations. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, look ahead of you. Exhale, step back, plank. Inhale, exhale all the way down. Inhale. And exhale, tuck the toes under, press back. And always use the downward dogs to check in with your breath, check in with your back, lengthening the back in the pose, lengthening your arms. Drawing the belly in. And inhale, step forward. Look ahead of you, exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you want to take a stronger chaturanga instead of coming all the way down to your mat, you can either bring your knees down and just come down, hover here instead of coming all the way down, or keeping your legs straight. And then inhale, either cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Hopefully you're starting to feel heat building up. And look at your head, step forward. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, come all the way up. And hands to heart. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, look between your hands. And step forward. Look ahead of you. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Come all the way up. And exhale. Good. Take a breath here and moving on to sun salutations. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale. And exhale, step back plank. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale your right leg up and open your knee out to the side, stacking your hips. Bring your knee back down, look between your hands, and see if you can step right through into warrior two. Okay, so our first grounding pose, and this is also third chakra activating. So really engage your core, keep engaging your pelvic floor, looking over your right fingertips. And just staying strong in this pose. Bending your leading knee as close to a 90-degree angle as you can without bringing your knee over your ankle or like past your ankle. So you don't want to be going too far like that. And just holding, building strength, feeling confident. Feeling powerful in our warrior two. Good. Inhale, the arms up. And exhale, cartwheel, hands down. And step back, plank, chaturanga. Cobra, upward dog. And downward dog. And inhale the left leg up. Stack your hips, opening your knee up to the side. And exhale, bring your knee down. Inhale, step through. Left side. Just make sure your body is in one straight line. Activating both of your legs and your belly. Maybe pelvic floor. Gazing over your left fingers. Breathing forward. Squeeze out your breath. Good. And inhale, exhale, pressing your hands down. And step back plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, over upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And now we'll rest in downward dog or child's pose for a couple more breaths. Good. Inhale, look between your hands and step forward. Looking ahead of you, exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. And one more sun salutation. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, step back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right leg up. Opening out to the side. Exhale, knee down, and inhale, step it up. And warrior two. Okay, and this time, just gonna fold the arms up. Bring your left hand onto the back of your left leg and reach your right arm back. Reverse warrior. Inhale back to warrior two. Maybe sink a little deeper. And exhale. Side extended side angle. Just getting a little stretch through the side of our body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pivot onto the ball of your feet. Place your hands down. Just breathing into the back of your body, lengthening your hamstrings and your arms. And inhale your left leg up, stack your hips. Exhale. Inhale, step it through, warrior two. Deep, full breathing. Breathing with sound if you can. Inhale, fold the arms up. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. And inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Place your hands, step back plank. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And a few breaths here. Good. Inhale, look between your hands. step forward. Inhale, exhale. This time, one more chair. Inhale. And come all the way up. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Good. So hopefully you all feel a little more heat in your body now. You feel your core has been really active and engaged. You have awareness there. So now we're going to move on to some asanas to support anxiety. Good. So coming back into mountain pose and step your feet hip distance apart if they're not already that far apart. Inhale the arms up, exhale. Again, hinge forward the hips, drawing the belly in. And if you can grab your big toes with your index and middle finger, do that. Otherwise, you can just have your hands actually like behind on your calves. Lengthen your upper body and exhale forward. Keep drawing the belly in, keep drawing the pelvic floor in, strong legs, grounding through your feet, and just letting your neck release. Looking towards the tip of your nose, so relaxing your eyes. And deep inhalations, full exhalations. Good. Inhale, look ahead of you. Exhale, bend your knees, point your hands, and come onto hands and knees. Or the cow pose. Cat cow, pardon. So we usually do this earlier, before the sun salutations. This time we're doing it sort of in the middle of the practice to kind of just check in with our alignment. And so make sure that your wrists are right below your shoulders, knees under your hips, toes tucked under, and inhale, drop your belly, open the chest, and exhale down the spine, drawing the belly in. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, draw the belly in, feeling that core connection, pressing the floor away from you. Full inhalation into the cow pose, and full exhalation as you round your spine and drop your head. And inhale, open the chest, and exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And now bring your knees a little farther apart, your feet a little closer together. Get back on your heels or towards your heels. And come into child's pose, stretching your arms forward and forehead down. So Sarah, I know this maybe, of course, watch your shoulder here. Do what works for your shoulder. You can also have your arms here. And just coming back to your breath. Good. Inhale, look ahead of you. And just come onto your knees. Preparing for camel pose. So this is a great back bend and chest opener, shoulder opener. And so again, your knees are about hip distance apart. Um, you can have your toes tucked under or flat. If you have your toes tucked under, then and you're reaching back towards your heels, of course, it brings your heels a little closer to touching your hands. Um, so bring your hands onto your waist, supporting your lower back. Draw the belly in. Inhale, open the chest, shoulders back, and exhale, pressing the hips forward. And you can just stay here, supporting it, leaving your hands on your lower back, and just feeling your chest and shoulders open. Or if you want to take it a little further, or you are familiar with this pose, then just reach back towards your heels. Still pressing the hips forward, and then drop your head back. Good, and then slowly bring your hands back onto your waist, or lower back if they weren't there already. Come up, and bring your forehead down to the mat. And just for a counter pose, rabbit pose. So bring your elbows about forearms distance apart, clasp your hands, and oh sorry, wrong hand position. I was like starting to go into head zoom. Sorry. Bring your hands, grab your heels, and bring the crown of your head down, and then just roll towards the back of your head, feeling a nice stretch all the way through your lower back. Also, this is nice and grounding. Good. And exhale, release. And come into a seated position. And just bring the soles of your feet together. And open your feet like a book, bringing your knees towards the floor. Baddha Konasana. And just make sure that you're centered too, like you can really feel both sit bones. So you're, again, grounded. And inhale, open the chest, shoulders down, draw the belly in. And then exhale, fold. And you can go ahead and round your back, bringing your forehead towards your toes. And see if you can use your elbows to just press your thighs down to open up your hips, pressing your thighs and knees towards the floor. And really tune into your breath here. And I'll slowly come up. Just kind of shake it out. And come into staff pose. So staff pose is just basically sitting with your both legs straight, your sit bones really squared and aligned, belly in, and just sitting up tall, shoulders back. And you're engaging your second chakra, leaving your pelvic floor, drawing the belly in, and Also your throat chakra. So just dipping your chin a little bit, looking down your nose. Your legs are engaged, toes pointing towards the ceiling. And this is just sort of, it's a kind of a alignment check, but also this is the same alignment that you want to maintain as we're going to move into the seated forward folds. So just back nice and straight. And chest open. Good. So keep that length in your spine. Inhale, the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. So think of coming forward, not down. Reaching towards your feet or anywhere you can grab onto. Engaging your legs. And you can go ahead and drop your head. Again, really with your breath here. And inhale. Slowly look up. Exhale, release that. And bring your right foot into your inner left thigh. Still keeping that length in your upper body. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold over your left leg. So we're twisting a little bit to the left here. And again, you can drop your head towards your leg. And breathe, deep breaths. Releasing into the pose. And keeping your leg engaged might be able to help you come a little deeper into the pose. Good. Inhale, look forward. And sit all the way up. And switch sides. Inhale, long upper body. Exhale, fold. And again, switching sides. This time, bringing your right knee up, preparing for a twist. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, bring the right hand behind you. Awaken as you inhale, and then twist again. Twists are really good for your digestion. Something your digestion can definitely be affected. It kind of massages those muscles. Not much. Release and other side. Inhale the arm up and exhale. Good. Inhale, look forward, exhale, release. And preparing for both pose, another third chakra activating pose. Moving back, out onto the back of your knees, and you can stay here, just making sure you draw your belly. If you wish, you can swing your legs more, and maybe release palms facing each other. And just really try to draw your torso towards your knees. Good. You can here slowly come down onto your back. Keeping your legs up, keeping your shoulders up. Just feeling that core connection for a moment when your lower back keeps coming out. And release. Come down onto your back. Sorry, scoot forward a little bit. And draw your knees in. Just cross circles. Massaging back. Good, and preparing for another twist. So keeping your right leg taking the left leg. Draw the right leg over to the left side. Bring your right leg out. And both toes on the mat. Looking towards your right leg. And I hope that machinery noise is not drowning me out. I think someone's like plowing a field across the street or something. Good. Inhale. Move up. Exhale, setting the right leg, keeping the left leg bent, and drawing the left knee over to the right side. And again, both shoulders down. Deep breaths. Still stay with you by your breath. And inhale. Draw those knees in. And now we're going to bring our right ankle over our left knee. Reach our hands through, grabbing onto your left leg. And you're going to draw your left leg in as you press your right knee out. So this is reclined position. Nice position. Keep breathing. Release that. Bring your feet onto the mat, distance apart, bring your shoulders back. You reach towards your heels. And exhale, tilting your pelvis forward to your flattening your lower back, lengthening your lower back. And inhale, bridge pose. So opening your chest here as much as possible. Maybe you can clasp your hands underneath you to help with that. Deep, steady breaths. And exhale, release your clasp. Slowly come down and move over time, tailbone left. And again, draw the knees into your chest. And for shoulder stand or plow. So inhaling your hips up. If you're not comfortable with either of these, then you can just stay with your feet up, or if you have a block, you can do the supported feet up pose that we've been doing. Otherwise, bring your hips all the way up. Bring your hands down as much as you can to go as straight as possible. Keep your neck long. Staying here a couple more breaths. Maybe back into cow pose. So try to bring your shoulder blades as close together as you can. Wrists, but as long as you're not straining anything. And maybe just bend your knees, squeeze your ears or the sides of your head. Good, and then slowly coming out of that with control if possible. And bringing the soles of your feet together in a supported fish pose variation. So if you have a block, please grab that and put it between your shoulder blades to really help open your chest. Or you can just come up onto your elbows and then drop your head back. And again, look down at the tip of your nose so your eyes are relaxed. And release, and then find your Shavasana pose. So you can stay in supported fish pose. Again, I say this every week, but it's very therapeutic and relaxing. And it's great for opening your chest and shoulders and your hips as you're relaxing. But you can find any comfortable position. Just try to keep the chest open so your palms will be facing up. And I'm going to guide you through relaxing the different parts of your body. So, letting your ujjayi breath go, just coming back into your regular breathing pattern. Feeling heavy on the mat. And relax your toes. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your lower legs. Relax your knees. Relax your upper legs. Relax your hips. Relax your belly. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax your upper arms. Relax your elbows. Relax your lower arms. Relax your wrists. Relax your hands and fingers. Relax your tailbone. Relax your lower back. Relax your middle back. Relax your upper back. Relax your shoulder blades. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue, letting it fall from the roof of your mouth. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyes. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. And relax your entire body, letting a wave of relaxation flow from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And then back up to the top of your head, washing away any remaining tension. Letting your thoughts come and go. Releasing any thinking or planning. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing your awareness back into the space around you. And whenever you're ready, reach your arms over your head. Slowly bend one knee and then the other. And roll over onto one side using your arm to support your head. And then slowly make your way into a comfortable seated position. And to close out this practice today, keeping with the anxiety theme, we're going to do a short mindfulness meditation. So it's just simply being present with your breath. If you've taken any kind of meditation class before, you're probably familiar with this. So you can either count your breaths, counting up to 10. So the 1 would be the inhalation, 2 would be exhalation, and so forth up to 10, and then you start over at 1. Or you can just, if you don't need to do that, you can just try to focus on the breath, and then whenever your mind starts to wander, just kind of let your thought go and come back to the breath. And so we'll just do that for just a few minutes. So sit comfortably. Place your hands anywhere that's comfortable. Thank you, Rory. So you can keep your hands at your heart, but it might be more relaxing just to have them resting somewhere on your knees. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Exhale through your mouth. And then just start to bring your awareness to your breath, either by counting to 10 or not. So if you're counting, then the odd numbers are the inhalation, the even numbers are the exhalation, up into 10, and then start over. And if your thoughts start to wander, and they almost certainly will, just gently let it go and come back to the breath, starting over at 1. And with your next exhalation, just letting go of any counting. Just let your mind relax for a moment. And then slowly open your eyes. And so that kind of breath awareness, mindfulness, meditation is like a really useful tool if you keep practicing it in just being able to kind of step back and observe your thoughts and feelings rather than identifying with them. So I really encourage it. It's something that I do every day for at least 20 minutes. And it's really helped me. And thank you so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful week. Anyone who is watching this, who is one of my regular students, next week we won't have a class because sadly I'll be packing up, getting ready to go back to leave this beautiful place. But I will see you again in 2 weeks, and have a wonderful weekend and couple of weeks. Namaste.